I don't know, she said something about an earthquake. Oh, you little fucker, go away! Goddamn fucking creepers.
They just want to hug.
Well, they can fuck right off. They're not getting up. Every time I turn around, there's gonna be a goddamn creeper blowing me up.
Next time there's a thunderstorm, I need to get myself a charged creeper.
What good are they?
You can get mob heads.
Ah.
So a pigman head, a wither skeleton head, no, not a wither skeleton head. What kind of head? Skeleton, zombie, creeper. They just drop heads and music disc.
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, I found out one of the days she asked me what sponges take. The tool you need for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually hose.
What? You use a hoe on sponges?
Yeah.
I would not have thought of that.
Well, it kind of makes sense since a sponge is actually a living thing.
I guess. How did you figure that out? Was that what was that something your buddy figured out or he knew?
What?
Is that something that like a friend of yours knew and told you, or did you figure it out on your own?
Uh, one of my friends told me.
Hmm.
What I did figure out on my own, you don't need to smelt sponges to dry them out.
How do you dry them?
You just place them in the nether, and they instantly dry.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But I don't know if it's in 1.15 because I was playing in 1.60 when I did that.
I feel like that makes a lot of sense, so it probably is in 115. And I mean, I've got wet sponges. I can easily try it with one. But since you're not allowed to place water normally in the Nether, it should follow that placing down something that's waterlogged, it would remove the water from it, whether it was a waterlogged plank or sponge.
Yeah, most things work like that.
Yeah.
Except for cauldrons.
Oh, let's not jump down that cliff. Oh, we don't really have much of a choice. This whole mountain is made of cliff. What if I go this way? It's a little less likely to kill all of us. Yeah, I feel your pain, dogs. I'm falling down the cliff too. Frickin' thing.
Oh, to level up your taming, have you set up your zombie spawners?
Yeah, I've got dogs down in my zombie room, and I'll get them up and go over and punch a zombie so they'll attack it. The biggest problem is that whether I'm using my axe, my sword, or my fist, I still do so much damage to the zombies. I'm better off to hit them with like an iron ingot or a piece of zombie flesh so it doesn't count as an unarmed attack.
So, what happens if it counts as an unarmed attack?
What happened? What?
Does it give the XP? Does it give the XP instead of to taming? It gives the XP to unarmed.
Like if I hit them while I'm unarmed, I do so much damage that there's less damage for the dogs to do to the zombies. So the more damage that the dogs get to do to the zombies, the more taming level I get out of it.
So, what you're telling me is if I could somehow get a very tanky mob to sit there and take the damage of the dogs, they would level up taming really fast.
Yeah, well,
For instance,
it levels as
iron.
fast as the damage that they're doing. So if it's something that takes a lot less damage, I feel like the taming level gets a lot less advanced. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but that seems to be kind of the deal. How the fuck did I get on the wrong side? Whatever. I'm going home. Come on, dogs, let's go home. Oh my god, a Chubby has joined. Hello, random pork chops. Something tells me there's a wolf in this neighborhood. Random pork chops, random chickens. Where are you, Mr. Wolf? I know you're around here. I wonder what would happen if I left the dogs out here and I just used a command to teleport home, like /home. If they would eventually teleport to me, because I know I've parked dogs, told them to sit, wandered off, and had them teleport to me anyway. What are you talking about, Mobile Wolf? What? So you just Burnt the shit out of your mouth, did you?
I don't get how water works on this server. Flows so strangely.
It should work basically like it's supposed to.
Too bad you're in the middle of the wilderness, or else I would show you.
Wait, what? What about? Are you redeeming for me or for her? No, that's not what I meant to do. Stop putting. Well, okay, that's sort of what I meant to do. I mean, my spicy food story mostly is the one where I had the curried bean sprouts, and 2 weeks later was still so toxic that Zook won't talk about it. I think you've already heard that one. I could tell you about the time a guy I knew I worked with was eating hot sauce covered things, whatever, wings or some goddamn thing. He's like, "Oh no, I didn't tell you about that." Oh fuck. So I had curried bean sprouts, which obviously had some dangerous effects on the guts. And it was like 2 weeks later. It was a week and a half or 2 weeks. It was a long time. And I was still just toxic as hell. It was the kind of farts where you wake yourself up, get up, and go sleep on the couch because it wasn't going to clear the bedroom for a while. And so my wife had actually been sleeping in the other room because she just couldn't stand being woken up by them. It was so gross. And so Zook and I were putting a new hose on the dryer vent, connecting. I had a new dryer vent I was putting in because the other one was old and cracked. And so I'm leaning and straining, holding this thing up with both hands, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I need the duct tape. Can you pass me a chunk about so long?" And so he's like, "Yeah, sure." So he rips a chunk of duct tape off, and just as he leans forward to reach around kind of in front of me to stick the tape on the hose, I let out this blowtorch hot fart that is absolutely whisper silent. Not a hint of sound. It was just 3,000-degree air.
God damn, those silent ones stink.
Oh, it was so bad. It was the worst, the worst fart I've ever smelled. And even worse, it was the worst fart I've ever let go because it just burned my ass like fire. It was just like painful. It was so hot. And just as he leans forward to say, "Here you go," he inhales and gets a lungful of this nasty fart. He's just like, and just chokes on it. And of course, I start laughing because that's hilarious. And he's like, "You fucker!" And like throws the roll of duct tape at me, and then proceeds to barricade the door so I can't get out of this little laundry room that I'm in with this nasty, horrible fart. Like, I'm forced to crawl out the little tiny alcove that the cats go through so that I didn't choke to death and die in there. He's like, I hope you choke on it, you son of a bitch. It wasn't on purpose. You could have warned me. No, I really couldn't. It just happened.
Ah,
He
that's attempted murder.
yeah,
That
he still hasn't forgiven me on that.
Not one bit.
God, that's been like
would figure.
that's got to be close to 10 years, and he's still just as mad about it.
Most people would be.
I feel like if I reminded him about it in person at some point, like while we were sitting around drinking or whatever, he
He'd hit you.
he would absolutely hit me. He would just fucking haul off and deck me. No, miraculously, laughing didn't make more because I was too busy choking and gagging to, you know, toxic up the room worse. Well, hell, it might have made more. I don't know. All I know is I was trapped in there and I was struggling to get out before I died. It was bad, man. Like, it burns your eyes, it clings to your nostrils, and just like it just wrecks your face. It's like pepper spray except worse because it's pooper spray. So
Sounds like dead guy.
it was the worst. I've been pepper sprayed, okay, to give you frame of reference, and I think I would have preferred to be pepper sprayed again to having to deal with one of those curry farts in the face, honestly.
Okay, just don't eat curry.
I'm not sure if it was curry or the bean sprouts, but I haven't had either since because there was a rule made.
They had to make a rule for you.
Well, you know.
It was also your ex that made the rule.
No, it was Ryan that made the rule.
Oh, fair enough.
It was Zook that made the rule. And really, I wasn't going to argue because it was. I didn't want to have to deal with that again. I can only imagine how bad it was getting a face full of it. Well, that's as close as I'm getting you, dogs, because there's a whole lot of ocean between here and the next shore.
Just fly over. I'll teleport.
You think? I can't. The other shore isn't within render distance.
Don't dogs swim?
Very, very slowly. Well, well, let's give this a try. I'll try flying over. So there should be a block.
No, do not fly over to the land. Fly over to the water. Because if it teleports where you're flying, they'll drop to death.
Yeah, I'm just flying over until I can see a shore, and then I'm going to touch down in the water near the shore. I don't think they'll be able to teleport here, though. I think it's too far.
I thought dogs just teleported to you no matter where the distance.
No, if the distance is too far, they won't teleport across it. But since I left them on wander mode, they may eventually randomly teleport to me at a later, far less convenient time. Because they do have a tendency to do that, even when I have parked them and told them to stay. I feel like Zook shouldn't be so mad about that anymore because he did get to shoot me in the dick at the bachelor party when we went paintballing. So I mean, that's got to count for something.
I don't think that's a fair
Yeah,
trade.
all your other transgressions.
Shut up. All my other transgressions. What transgressions?
Poor Zook. He has gone through a lot.
Hey, he could easily have just punched me if it was really that big of a problem. All these other alleged transgressions.
Knowing you, it's probably not alleged. Just saying.
How dare you? How dare you, sir? I don't have to stand for this kind of wild and unfounded accusation. Fortunately, I have
You
a
don't
chair.
have to stand for the truth.
What's that?
You don't have to stand for the truth.
I don't have to stand for that either. I have a chair. I can sit for all of this.
Good point.
Ah, crap. Well, I do have a second option. I don't know why that keeps putting me in the ground. It's weird. Oh, god damn it. Did I seriously? Yeah, I did. I left it behind. Hey, Chubby, do you want to put a saddle in the shop for $1 so I can bring you back one of these black horses?
Sure.
I'm not paying Reese's prices. I already bought one of his saddles today. God damn if I'm buying a second one.
Isn't it like only 500 or something?
His saddle price? No, he wants $3,500 for it. He wants more than we're charging for enchanted books.
That's
Any chance of getting two black?
Well, this will be the second one I will have brought home.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So then we can breed it, and you can take one with you, or get Zook to bring yours. Yeah, like he's got diamond horse armor in here for $7,500. I should put it up in my shop for like half the price. Put it up for what he's charging for like iron.
I don't see myself ever putting armor on a horse, but or maybe somebody would buy it.
There you go. It's there.
Thank you, sir.
Too bad you can't put armor on wolves.
You can't put armor on undead horses either. Much to my disappointment. I don't need a broken bow. I don't need a boat. I don't need these arrows or seeds or strings or feathers or random potatoes. Let's just get rid of some of this crap.
Oh no, they're already spawning.
What's the matter?
The guardians are already spawning.
Isn't that a good thing? You want them to spawn.
Not when I'm not even done with the farm. I still need to put the thing in. What's it called again? The
Obelisk?
words. No, the soul sand. Soul sand. Soul sand needs to be put in.
Oh, that's how you're gonna farm them. You just So I'll send them up to the surface.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Also going to be farming a lot of fish.
Well,
Which
yeah.
is pretty much useless because Shabby. Nobody needs a lot of fish.
Well, if you want to eat it, it's useful.
Yeah, it's good for food, but otherwise I've got a lot of it to hand out at a cheap price.
Yeah, I mean, feeding the cod to a dolphin is about the only demand for fish. I don't think most people are using fish as food.
Unless other people are making their own water breathing potions, then you want the puffer ones, but
Shabby.
yes, sir.
Never mind, just checking something.
Hey, look who found me! My dogs!
Huh.
As predicted, if I left them on wander and I just went far enough, they'd eventually teleport. Come on, horse. Oh, you were so close, buddy. You were so close. You almost made it.
Why does it sound like you're lying to the horse?
Oh, he was super close. He was like 1 block away from crossing that water without going under.
This is the first time that I've ever seen a banner dude spawn on this server. Huh, interesting.
You've never
To
seen the
kill him?
bannerman?
Nope. To kill him or not to kill him? To kill
Oh,
him or...
yeah, they're a right pain in the ass because they spawn near my place sometimes. I'll wander out and I'm like, all right, let's lure you away from my town so I don't have to repopulate the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kill you. I don't feel like dealing with a raid.
Yeah, it's not a small investment of time to deal with one of those.
So sad.
Wait a second. I should be able to go across over here.
Yeah, I need to tell him.
There you go.
What?
cross over here. Oh no. Come on, horsey. There you go.
Okay, that's a long time overdue.
What's that?
Finally set up a shulker for potions. I can keep this in my ender chest. Probably should recolor. Do I have any dye?
There's a bunch of red in my shop if you want to grab one just to make it red.
I already have a red one. The red one is my pretty much the stuff that I use for beacons, flight obelisk, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I'll just make it yellow because I like yellow. It's not my favorite color. My favorite color is green, but yellow's pretty good.
The green shulkers look pretty nice. 5.7 earthquake at the top of the South Island.
Wait. There's an earthquake in where she lives?
Yeah, in New Zealand.
Is it like a small one that you don't care about? What's the scale? Is it like... Does it go from 1 to 10?
Yeah, it's 5.7 out of 10, but as it goes up, it gets exponentially worse. So it's not like the difference between 5 and 6 is the same as the difference between 6 and 7. The difference between 5 and 6 is like less. Yeah, it's logarithmic. Thank you. It's the difference between 5 and 6 is less than the difference between like 8 and 8.1, or something similar.
Okay.
There are more water-breathing potions in the store.
Yeah, so an earthquake at 6.0 is 10 times worse than a earthquake at 5.0. And I think at 5 people tend to not bother getting out of bed because it's just like a little rumble. It's not really much of anything in areas that are accustomed to it.
Accustomed to an earthquake. I don't know about that.
Oh yeah, you get used to it. You get desensitized to it after a certain point.
I would not be happy if that happened.
You think it's 3? Okay. I couldn't remember. I know my uncle, when I was down in California, my uncle and his family were like very blasé about anything under a 5. I'm like, all right, well.
Cool. Canada gets earthquake.
I just felt the planet shake, and you guys are like, God damn it, about spilling your drink. I mean, that's a different reaction than I would have had. Yeah, I would think a 5.7 is going to cause some damage. Hopefully not too much.
Don't know. I don't want to know. I don't want to be in a situation.
Oh, you want to know. You need to know.
Actually, I don't, because my country is... It's not possible for us to get an earthquake, but okay.
Yeah, I know. It's the same thing for us here. It's just not a possibility because we're not near a tectonic boundary.
Pretty sure our tectonic plates are like old. They don't something like that. Something across those lines. We don't get any hurricanes. We don't. No natural disasters really happen.
Just humanity, the worst disaster to ever happen to this planet.
Oh yeah. And I guess we're natural, so never mind. Natural disasters do happen.
I was being sarcastic. Just giving you a hard time.
I was not being sarcastic.
Humanity makes a pretty big mess of everything they touch, it seems.
Not every. We do good sometimes.
We sometimes do things that turn out well, but there's an awful lot of dumb shit that's happened because people are people. 400 kilometers from you, well, that's good.
I thought New Zealand was a small island. 400 kilometers still sounds decent.
It was 400 kilometers away from where she is, so on the, what did she say, the tip of the South Island?
North tip of the South Island, where she's in
Yeah.
the middle of the North Island.
Yeah, the north end of the South Island. She's in the middle of the North Island, so the damage may not have been too bad, depending on what's there.
Pretty sure the South Island cold.
The further south you get on it, it gets colder, yep.
To be fair, she snowboards on the North Island, I think. You snowboard on the North Island, don't you? Or
That's up in the mountains, I think, though.
Yeah, like that's where you used to snowboard.
We're talking about the rollout, right?
Yeah.
We are. We hope you are, too.
Man, Mickey, there was an earthquake? I didn't notice. That's what I'm talking about, desensitized to these things.
Huh. I did not imagine Earl was doing extreme sports. X Games.
Yeah, she used to snowboard, but she's injured herself a few times.
Yeah, it's extreme sports. Extreme.
To the extreme!
Oh, I need to do a lot of stuff before I die. Go to a monster truck rally. Because it's extreme.
Never mind, go to a monster truck rally. Drive the monster truck.
I don't know about that one. I don't. There is just something about me sitting in a death trap that doesn't sound.
Yeah, it's not a death trap at all. That's not a death trap at all, dude. That's one of the safest vehicles because they regularly are able to roll themselves over. They've got multi different safety cages and safety belts and that kind of stuff. So you can roll that truck right over and keep driving. You don't even suffer any injuries or anything. I've seen them do it.
Oh.
They've flipped it end for end a couple of times and just kept on driving. I'm like, man, that's fucking crazy. And then you see later, like the guy when he's getting out, he's got a 7-point harness, and there's reinforced roll cages that keep the vehicle from.
He's so strapped in, he can't move but his arms.
No, he can't move a thing. And the reinforced roll cages keep the weight of it from damaging the vehicle significantly. It can't deform or crush. It's actually really cool.
Interesting.
It is one of the safest vehicles to have a rollover in. And I would totally get behind the wheel of a monster truck.
I'm not scared of rolling over. I'm scared of what's the thing called when you the old thing that the monster trucks do. It's like a Goomba stomp.
When it pops up and it's the thing is like doing a wheelie.
Oh no, the wheelie is fine. Like the Goomba stomp thing where you like go off the ramp and it just stops midair and just goes down for some reason. It loses momentum and just drops down on the other cars.
Oh, where it just comes slamming down like that. I imagine that's probably a little hard on the body, but again, you're strapped in so well. It's like doing that
I've never really seen the
egg drop
inside
test. What's that?
of a. I've never really seen the inside of a monster truck. I just imagine it would be a bunch of extreme dudes, no seatbelts, nothing, just
No.
a hillbilly with like shorts on,
Once upon a
tank top.
time. Once upon a time, maybe, but no, they got some of the best safety harnesses in those things, and it's got like super duper reinforced cage to keep the vehicle from suffering any damage when it rolls over or bounces on one tire. Because if you took a regular vehicle and bounced on one tire like that, you'd twist the frame all to shit. That vehicle would be garbage. And so they're reinforced and whatnot in a variety of ways that a regular vehicle just has no cause to be. And the inside of them is, I mean, they've got steering wheel, pedals, gauges, and pretty much that's it. There's nothing else to break or have come flying loose and injure the driver. It's all fairly well planned out, and it was really cool to see. Like I was a kid, but I got to see the inside of one of them. It was like Gravedigger, and it was pretty awesome to see. Going up here.
They always have those edgy names.
What's that?
They always have those edgy.
Yeah, Bigfoot, Gravedigger, whatever. There's a ton of them that have cool names. Yeah, they're not very often you run across one that's named like Phyllis.
What? What? That does not sound like a monster truck I want to watch.
The manly duvet.
Bigfoot versus Phyllis. It's like bright pink with pastel yellow striping.
Bigfoot versus Bat. Or Sam.
Bigfoot versus Karen. Of course, everyone's going to be voting for Bigfoot.
Okay, what the hell did I use as? Did I use quartz?
Alright. So much for not having bottles for potions anymore.
Oh, need a few?
How? If you needed glass, you could have just... If you needed glass, you could have just said something, Chip.
I didn't say any glass, I said I needed bottles.
But bottles, glass, same thing.
Nah,
some return them, some don't. I don't really care. I can make more.
You can't make windows out of bottles, but you can make windows out of glass.
Well, in this game, you can make windows out of bottles. Wait, I need quartz. Why am I... Quartz. Quartz.
Bow.
Oh, my way.
Alright. Oh god, more friggin' bamboo. Alright, I need to go this way a little bit. And then I'll find the road allowance eventually.
Who would want to do something for me?
What's that?
go into. Actually, never mind. I'll do it myself. This kind of cheating. Never mind.
If you need quartz, I've got a bunch.
No, I set up a death box already on the other side of the portal, so I can't teleport to it. And now I'm thinking, what did I use for the teleporter that I set on the other side of the nether?
Oh, you need to check it out.
What's the blocks that I use? What quartz?
Did you set up a claim so that you own that land?
No,
Because
I have not claimed anything yet.
if you had, you can teleport to your own claim. That's a feature that I've found useful a few times. Alright, I'm just gonna go this way through this stupid.
Well, I actually have to go through this. I actually have to go through it. This is gonna be full. Oh, I don't want to go through it.
It can't be that bad.
It can't be that bad, he says.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I say that?
What's not that bad?
Going through the kill box. It'll be fine.
I did use quartz, then why didn't it work?
Alright. Real question. Where the hell am I going to put this giant skull?
Didn't you already put it where you want it? Didn't you build it where you want it?
Nope. I was just going to build it where it was and see how it looked, see how it turned out, and then decide whether or not I was going to keep it or not. It turned out pretty good, so now I've got to figure out what I'm actually going to do with it.
Just place it like an island. You remember that cave that you built for the turtles and stuff?
Yep.
Just make a way into the mountain and like drop it a little bit lower and make it like an island, a treasure place thing. You can put all your diamonds and gold just inside of this skull and everything.
Just
Will
go
it
in.
even fit? Is this skull too big?
The skull probably won't fit in the turtle sanctuary there.
I know it won't fit, but you can just empty it out and like make it fill it up with water, like a water thing, and put it like underneath the water and make it look like an island. If when you swim down to go through the mouth inside, you see like um the skull. You see the skull. You go inside a treasure. Or is that too much? Probably too much.
Let me see if it'll fit in there. I kind of think it's too big. Okay, from here, 240. Yeah, the skull wouldn't even fit inside the turtle sanctuary. It's slightly too big in one direction, and it's probably too big in the other direction too. Minus 80 to 0. Yeah, it's way too big in one direction, and it's a little bit too big in the other.
Okay, why is this not working? I use quartz. Help.
Okay, I'm coming to see.
By the way, you place it underneath your base? How do you do that?
Okay,
Like underneath the floor?
this one in the middle isn't supposed to be there. Now, if you right-click on the inner face of any of those cobblestones, it should blink.
Teleported to temple. No teleporter with the signature has been found.
Okay, are you sure it's this type of quartz and not like smooth, carved, blah blah blah, whatever?
You can go and check. Like, just go to the portal and you'll see it.
Okay, hang on a sec. I want to check. This is just a regular block of quartz. Okay. I knocked that one out if you want to put it back. I was trying to pick it up so I could see it.
Note to self. When going through that portal, be prepared to go into create.
Already there. Oh, you broke the waypointer here because in the corners of the 5x5 you've got blocks. You're not allowed the prismarine that you put in the corners. You're not allowed to have those blocks there. They count as They count as things when you're activating the.
I thought you could just activate it and then you could remove the point. That's what it says.
You can activate it and then remove the signature, so the signature isn't visible to other people, for example. But you can't fill in those squares with something that's other than a tier 0 block. Tier 0 block being like natural stone. So we could do something like this. Oops. Okay, try it now.
Okay. So,
you can put stone, dirt, and grass in those 4 corner spots that I've emptied out. But if you have anything else there, it breaks it. And it should give you a message when you place the block that you've broken it.
did not give me a message.
You're getting all sorts of like kelp through the portal.
Yeah.
I'll be back. My phone's ringing.